Hey, young voters, welcome. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a special video. We're going to be interviewing Meghana and Mahitha, and we're going to be talking about them running for class co-presidents. At the Young Voters, we always take an interest in, I guess, political action in our area, and this is sort of it. So we wanted to give these candidates a chance to talk about their platform and give a little bit of information and for you to get to know them, and then hopefully let them make a case for you to vote for them. So Meghana and Mahitha, if you just want to introduce yourselves, and then I'll start getting some questions then.
Hi, I'm Meghana. I'm a senior this year, and I'm so excited to be a candidate for this presidential race.
Hi, I'm Mahitha. I'm also a senior this year, I'm running for senior class president. And I'm also really excited for this race.
Awesome. All right. So I guess I'll just start with the questions. So I think everybody wants to know, the main question is, what made you run? Why are you running?
So we wanted to get involved in our student body and essentially just shape our senior year, because this is a really important year for us and we've really missed out on a lot of things because of COVID. And I know it's like really repetitive to say, but honestly, our whole junior year was gone, and that's supposed to be our stressful year. And this one's supposed to be, I guess, our fun year. And I think we need a redemption. Like this whole year just needs to be a redemption, and we just need to experience life before we go to college and just have fun and enjoy everything.
And I know.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go.
So like last year, like Meghana and I were both we were part of class council, but we wanted to maybe like take new initiatives this year. We wanted to take new steps, maybe try to make sure that we are coming together as a united front, because obviously like with the past 1.5 years being like hybrid virtual, like not everyone's gotten to like really connect with the rest of our class. So something that we did want to prioritize was like being like united and everyone getting involved in like our school events.
All right, awesome. I think that leads into, I guess, our next question is like, what are you running on? What's your platform? And what are your aims?
I mean, I just like started, but one of our main priorities was like inclusivity. So like I know when I started downtown East, I was a new student. I like moved from India, I lived there for 2 years. So like when I came here, like I did not know a single person. So like when people were going to these school events, like they'd be like, "Oh, I'm going with my friend. I'm going with my friend." But like sometimes you just don't have like a friend to go with, and like that's something like we share like that empathy. Like we empathize with that feeling, and we wanted to make sure like when people are like seeing all these events like being posted on the class page, it wasn't just like an invite. Like if you have like friends, you can go with your friends. We just wanted to tell them, like make it clear with our campaign that everyone's invited, like everyone's there, and we like want to stick up for everyone like as their friend. Like we want to be, you got a friend. And
yeah, I think that's really admirable. Like especially like Meghana, you were talking about COVID earlier. Like some people just stop talking to as many people, so we're like a lot of people are just getting back into socializing, and yeah, I think that's a really admirable position.
Yeah. Also, including I moved here in 8th grade, and I can say from firsthand experience, it was just a whole new like ball ground. Like I was so like worried my first day and so scared, and making friends was like hard. I'm not even gonna lie about it, because I am a social person, but it was kind of hard. And coming into high school, it was again hard because you might not have the same classes with the kids you did last year, and like making friends and choosing who to sit with it's a big deal, because the social aspect is a big part of high school. And so I just wanted to show that we do empathize with everyone, and we're here for you.
I guess like another thing like we could add on to is like like you were saying, like COVID like left us almost all disconnected, and I like seeing like a lot of people talk about this is that they've changed a lot since like before COVID and after COVID. I think like we can all agree like we've all matured, like we've seen like so much like in the past 1.5 years, like believe it or not. But like, I feel like we want to like emphasize that I like before COVID, like this assumption and like putting those aside and almost like reconciling as like a whole entire class and becoming like more united?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think like what after like coming back and meeting people after COVID was just like a whole different experience because I think I changed a lot and a lot of people also changed a lot. So it's like, we had to like meet people all over again. So
Yeah.
all right, any other items on your platform that you'd like to emphasize?
I guess we have a slogan and I just wanted to put it out there, but
Go for it.
inclusivity is our priority. And we just wanted to do that by also like we have an extra idea. It was like doing senior boxes, like a senior suggestion box. So we think about putting it in the main office or online, and people can just put in like anonymous tips or anonymous suggestions that they want to put in. Because I know sometimes it can be hard to tell people that you like something or you don't like something or that you want something. And it is hard because our class is almost 463 kids. Like that's a really big group, and finding a voice or even finding a position in this class is extremely hard. So if there is somewhere they can put their suggestion or their ideas, it might help people to, I don't know, step outside of their comfort zone and try new things or give suggestions for us as running co-presidents for like our success.
I mean, like last year, like when I was running for vice president, I know like a lot of people that I did talk to, they were talking about how they really wanted prom, like somehow like wanted a prom, and like just like seeing that so many people were looking forward to a prom and like made it become more a priority, like I guess for the class council last year too, to make sure that we did have a prom, because so many students were like, they were like waiting for some type of social event after like a whole entire year of being at home.
So you would emphasize like what about prom then?
I mean, like just like taking the ideas like that, like
Okay, yeah.
So many people like giving us like feedback, like that prom is something that they were looking forward to, like the class council doing it. So we were able to make that a priority. So we want to do the same with like our campaign, like this year. If we were elected, we would want to make sure whatever like a lot of the people in our class do want, like even if it's just anonymous, either just like tipping us through these like suggestions, we like had a priority throughout the year.
Awesome. So one sort of question that's really on students' minds, I think, this year, among a ton of other things, but one thing that is discussed, especially around lunchtime, is the school lunches. So we have the free ones now, but some students are talking about how they might prefer going back to the quality of the paid lunches before. And some other students I think I saw a petition on, I think it was a West petition, but basically it was saying like bring bagels back in the morning. So with those being some of the issues that you might have some control over as class presidents, how would you address those? What's your stance on bringing back the lunches and the bagels?
I'm going to touch on the topic of lunches because I think that's important for me as like a vegetarian, because I can tell you from firsthand that the free lunches are an amazing idea, okay? Giving free lunches to kids who might have been hit by COVID or are just struggling in general is a really good idea. And the fact that it's not restricted to like payment or anything, it's great that they're doing that. But I feel like the options are limited, and that's not helping a lot of kids, like including me, because if I don't bring lunch one day or I'm late to school and I forget my lunch at home because I didn't pack it, I have to eat pizza. And it's not bad that I have to eat pizza. It's just that's only one option of the many. Like by seventh period lunch, there's no peanut butter sandwiches and all of the salads have meat in them. And like it's usually like chicken strips or tater tots with that. Like I think that there should be alternatives and there should be a lot of options. I feel like they should still offer the free lunch, but they should also offer a more array of food for people who do want to pay for it. Because I've seen like the kitchen staff, it's like the same amount of people that we have had all the other years. So I don't think it's going to be a big problem for them to try and cook all this food because they've been doing it for the free lunches.
Right.
But I just think that they should keep their options open, and they should have the free lunch for people who do need it or who want it. And they should have options open for people who are vegetarian or have any other dietary or food restrictions, because then it'll feel like more inclusive again. Like I feel like everyone will feel like they are like they're hurt and they like feel like they can eat what they want and they don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah, like I definitely agree about the vegetarian thing. I think that'll definitely be a popular position because like it really sucks for the people who are vegetarian or just like don't can't eat the meat. Like I can't eat a certain type of meat for religious reasons, and one day like all the lunches were just that type of meat. So I luckily there was like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but if there wasn't anything there, then I wouldn't have eaten anything for the whole day. So yeah, I think that's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
Because it definitely feels like the district is just not considering people who are vegetarian and saying like here's like you have the one option of the pizza, and let's be honest, the pizza probably doesn't. Hopefully this is not controversial. Hopefully I won't get dogpiled in the comments, but I don't think the pizza is very good. I would not eat the pizza if I had the choice. So
Yeah, it kind of looks bruised. Like sometimes like the sauce is purple and it's a little questionable, and like I mean it's not appetizing, so like you just gotta not stare at your food and just eat it because you're hungry.
I know like the other day, like my friend bought a breakfast muffin and it had like mold on the side. So I think like an even bigger problem with the free lunch is that like they're not emphasizing quality. So I think even if we do offer free lunches, like even if it's free, we should make sure that we're not like feeding like students like, rotten food or like stuff that's already gone bad, because like still food, like you still have to go eat it and like put it in your body and it
yeah.
will.
Yeah, we should definitely not be eating moldy food. So I'm glad that you guys are gonna take a hard stance on making sure we don't have any moldy food in the cafeteria. So, all right, awesome. So another question that I had for you guys was, you guys seem pretty close as friends, and I guess the question is, why did you choose each other to be running mates, and do you think you guys play off your strengths, or how that process happened?
So I mean like me and Meghana are like, even though we seem like the same, like we are like opposites. Like we think differently.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do, I feel like that like almost keeps us like in a balance. Like if one person says something, like the other person they do like we're open enough to each other that I can like ask Meghana, wait, are you sure like we want to go ahead with that? Like I saw this. And we're able to like question each other. And I think that's really important because like when we're making like decisions that will affect like over 400 kids. Like we don't want to just like be taking whatever we want to do. Like we want somebody to like at least be able to be open enough to say, oh wait, maybe like we should reconsider this. So I think that's like that's why it's like really nice to be running with somebody like I am close with. So I can ask her like, wait, maybe we should have thought of it this way. Like maybe did you think of it this way? And
I think we're like two sides of a coin, I guess you would say. Like, I feel like we fit together well, but again, like you were saying, we still question each other. Our dynamic is like, it's pretty solid because it's not just friendship, it's like teamwork or like partnership in a way. Because we separate like our social life and like work. Like there are times like football games or planning prom, like we will totally mend our ideas together. But when it does come to serious things, like we will do what's best for like everyone and not really think about ourselves like individually, but like think about like the whole overview. And Mahitha herself, like I picked her, like we became friends too. It's just because she's like organized and she has like a nonprofit and she teaches like younger kids like how to code. And I guess that taught her like things like empathy and like patience, which like stood out to me because like that's like really important for class council because like you just have to listen to everyone and you have to be patient and you can't really I guess like you can't really like jump to conclusions or do things really quickly and like hastily. Like you have to like really think things through and think about like the whole perspective and not just like little things.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Anyone like that talks to Meghana will know like Meghana's very open about like she's very communicative. Like she'll talk to anyone, everyone. That's like Meghana. Like even at lunch, she'll talk to everyone at the table, and I think that's so important. Like especially like as like class council, like making sure like everyone's hearing what she's saying. Like for example, like Meghana, she'll like be like, okay, yeah, senior like portraits are on this day, and she'll make sure like everyone knows, and she'll talk about it. And I think that's really important. And like she runs like a nonprofit with like social activism and like the whole entire role that like a big role of like what she plays there is like making sure people are hearing these stories of like these people that are, I think, like abused and like child abuse, all that kind of, all these issues. She's like making them vocal. And I think she would carry that same like trait into class council by making sure like these issues are brought up and like are being like somehow being addressed like by the class council, and making sure people are alert about them.
Awesome. Well, this like perfectly segues into what my next question was going to be. And, you already started covering it a little bit, but what makes you guys feel qualified to be class presidents, and like what leadership experience and stuff, like what have you had organizational experience in the past? So I know you already started covering a little bit, but if you could go into more detail.
Yeah. Well, first of all, we were on class council last year, and we didn't have president positions, but we did have vice president and secretary. And I think that really gave us a perspective of the dynamic and how class council works in general, because we weren't the leaders, but we were rather like the rocks of the team. Like we had different like positions that really helped us build up like our campaign and just everything that we want to do for this year, because we just want to build off of last year and really like take like class council to a different level and try taking prom, east west, like all these different like activities. We just want to like make it open to everyone and really make people like feel like they can come to these things and feel welcomed and really feel like they are having a high school experience, if like you know what I mean. But I think that's like important. And also we have other leadership positions where on the TSA like we have TSA positions, and we've been doing that club for almost 4 years right now, and we've made it through regional, states, and nationals. So I feel like we are really qualified for our position with like our like leadership positions and also like our perspective.
Yeah, and I think like a trait that's really important, like that we both carry, is like going like one step further, like even like not being satisfied with their work. I think that's really important. So like, for example, like Meghana started talking about like TSA, like when we are working on these projects, we try to think about like how, not just like how can we win like this upcoming regional competition, but how can we win like the next level? How can we like make our thing like better? How can we like show that our project matters? Or like even like with our like videos, like last year you might have seen my creative Gossip Girl Netflix video, if anybody remembers. Like just, and Meghana's like, she did like a walking video, she edited it, and like taking like that step forward rather than taking like that extra step forward and not being like satisfied with their work. I think that's really important. Like even like when we're planning like all these important senior events, like senior picnics, senior prom, all this kind of stuff, we want to make sure like everyone's satisfied. We don't want to be like pleased with like the basics, like just like settling for whatever the school's able to give us. We want to like make sure that we're pushing our limits, like pushing the limits of everyone's senior year.
Awesome. All right, fantastic. So my next question, this is more of a fun one. Just so for some people that may have not met you yet or know you guys, is there anything that you want to talk about yourself, maybe like a favorite food or a favorite TV show that just helps voters get to know you a little bit more? Because obviously they want to know, like, if they don't know you, just know a little bit about your personality.
Yeah, I can start off. I'm a huge Taylor Swift fan, so if anyone wants to judge, like, no, like, don't judge me, because I love Taylor Swift. And so I think like when we were running, like the first thing I told Meghana like was the song 22. I'm like, Meghana, can we make that our whole entire campaign? Class of 22, just like because of that song. And
oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift, my icon, just in case anybody wants to. And if anybody ever wanted to talk about any song by Taylor Swift, like I'm go-to. Like I know every single song word by word.
Oh, sorry. You can go.
If you guys win, would you be open to like singing a Taylor Swift song in celebration, or I don't know about that?
I'm not a singer. Meghana's a singer. Like she
I can see her shaking her head right now.
Yeah, she's definitely inside. She's like thinking, oh, I definitely want to sing. Okay, so yeah, I think Meghana definitely will sing if we win.
If we win, I'm considering it. I will do it on this account. Like I will literally sing in front of people if you want me to.
All right, you heard it here, first, folks. So if they win, they will be singing a Taylor Swift song. So make sure to vote Meghana and Mahitha on the ballot.
Yeah.
So regarding my favorite singers, I like Lorde and Frank Ocean. Well, not like, I love Frank Ocean. Yeah, if you want to hit me up about any of those songs, like completely, I'm like all for it. And yeah, that's about it.
And okay, just like on the topic of music, we wanted to make sure that we know, like everyone knows, for prom this year, for senior year prom, we will make sure that the playlist is actually good. So you guys will, so we can actually let like people choose some music on there. Because I know like school dances, the music's not always the greatest. But you know, if you vote Meghana and Mahitha, you will get good music at prom. Like
Yeah.
that's guaranteed. That's guaranteed.
You can choose your own music. We will literally put out like a Google form or anything with like a list of songs, and things won't be repeated. Things won't be like old music. It'll just be whatever you guys want.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's really good to know because the 2010s hits are getting a little bit repetitive at this point.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, but that's my favorite.
Well, they're good. It's just at every dance we've had, they've always played. Although I would hope that you guys keep Cotton Eye Joe.
We totally will. Again, listening to the people, you will be our first person.
Awesome. All right. So I just want to give you guys one more chance to talk about anything on your platform that hasn't been mentioned. If you have anything else.
I guess I can go. Again, I've been saying inclusivity like tons of times today, but I think it's really important that people understand that that's really why we're running. Like our experiences and everything just shows that like we are meant to like talk about inclusivity, because we felt, I guess in times we felt left out or alone in a way. And also I feel like people aren't as heard. Like for example, we celebrate a holiday called Diwali and we celebrate it every single year, but we don't have school off like these past few years. Like even from the beginning, since kindergarten, we haven't had any days off for it. And it kind of like created a rift between like my family dynamic and I, because we'd go to school like all day and then we'd come back and then we'd have to like postpone all our celebrations and do it at night, which was kind of like a little like tedious for us because we were struggling with school and then we had homework and then we had to celebrate this thing like our holiday, but other holidays were off. So finally this year they put in Diwali as a holiday, so we do have a day off. But I just think that's really important that you look at our student body and see how many people are like not being included, or some people that are like not really being heard. And I just think that's like really important that we like reach out to them and really try hearing what they have to say, because it's really helpful.
Yeah, and expanding on that, like I think 2 years ago on Diwali there was a game or something, but like just being able to like having to choose, it's like almost like forcing us to pick or choose. Whereas like more like widely celebrated holidays like here, like Christmas, like it's completely off. Everyone's off. Like all stores are closed almost, and like you almost feel like this gap. Like, oh wait, they have like a day just meant for them to celebrate their holiday, but for us, it's like one of the most important holidays of like our religion, but we aren't able to like really go and like have fun and like celebrate with our family. And it's like confusing almost, like balancing culture and like school and like your two like different identities.
Yeah, I think that's really awesome. Yeah, I think that's definitely an issue that needs to be addressed, because it really sucks when you like when you realize like nobody really cares about what's going on with you. And like for important holidays like that, then like everybody definitely deserves to have their religious holiday observed, no matter how many kids are at the school of that religion. You like, if it's the most important, that's the most important, and it really sucks to not have that recognized by everybody else. So that's really admirable. All right, well, so that's all the questions I have. So just I guess one last question is, when and I think I know the answer to this, but when the students are voting and they see your name pop up on the ballot, what do you want them to think, like a split second right before they choose who to vote for, hopefully you, But what do you want them to think in their minds when they see your name?
I think they're gonna think that we are for the people and we're not really just here for a leadership position or for anything else. We really want to serve the people and we want to be there for everyone. And I mean, inclusivity is our main priority. So
Meghana thought of that herself. That's why she's gonna repeat it like for the next week if you hear her say it. Also vote on September 23rd.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah. So what time is the voting and how do people vote?
So there's gonna be a Google form that's gonna be published on Schoology, and it's on September 23rd to 24th, and all the campaign videos will be on Schoology most likely this week. So you guys can watch those. Keep an eye out for our video. It's maybe related to music, maybe not. I can't promise you anything, but yeah, you can like go on, and it's over the weekend. I think next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can go any day.
Yeah. So it's next weekend, but it's the 23rd and the 24th.
23rd to 24th. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a Thursday. That's a Thursday and a Friday. So.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I just want to make sure I wasn't maybe I wasn't like in the wrong month or something. So yeah, this coming Thursday and this coming Friday, that's when you should be voting. And obviously, these guys would hope that you vote for them. And I think they've made a fantastic case. So if you guys just want to say any final remarks or just wave goodbye, and I think that's all the questions that we have for today.
Well, vote Meg and Mahi September 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, thank you for listening to this, and I hope we convinced you pretty well. And yeah, vote for us for senior class co-presidents.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you everybody for watching. There'll be a link to Meghana and Mahi's Instagram in the description. And do you have anything else? Just an Instagram, right?
No.
I just want to make sure. There'll be a link to their Instagram, and obviously you can subscribe if you like these, and leave a like if you like it, leave a dislike, whatever. You've been on YouTube before, you know how it works, you know what they tell you to do. So yeah, thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.